Man, look at this. I took apart the PCs and I took the motherboards out because I didn't want the incinerator to burn up these motherboards. That puts lead and silver and all sorts of bad metals into the atmosphere. And then this Hoover, this is the second Hoover like it that I found. So I'm already going to be finding ways to restore them. And I'll probably give this Hoover to someone that's just starting out with an apartment or something, so they don't have to buy a vacuum cleaner, because the newer vacuum cleaners suck. And these ones from the 90s, they're still good. Okay, let's get to testing. If that CRT is busted, though, I'm gonna have to give it back. So we have two bad signs against this monitor. I had wanted to, I had it set aside to keep, but they threw it away. And somebody put coffee on it. But here's the other thing. When I stepped near here, something fell on this, and I heard a hissing sound. So I imagine this stem is snapped. AC on. Oh. That must have been something else. Yeah, this is working. Okay, this might be working. Well, that makes me feel good. Maybe it was one of the other CRTs that got damaged. Now, let's see. Will this be a good gift for our friend who might be getting an apartment, her first place pretty soon? Okay. These things are fucking goofy when it comes to like that. Oh, I forgot these ones. That's not the power on. I was thinking of my Kirby. Oh, that's the power on. Okay. I don't like the power on button. Sounds good. If the motor turns like that and it's not making a sound of eating itself, well, anything else, we can 3D print it. So I say, since this is, I do this specific type of Hoover and also a few Kirby's. I haven't done Electrolux though. I've tried those, but never really never found them very useful. Okay, so that's good. Now with this, we have a never opened AT&T phone. That's kind of cool. You know, never been opened. Like, yeah, I kind of had to say that. Somebody will get a kick out of that. Somebody that's setting up a home phone system, because you know somebody is. We've all thought about doing it. We've all wanted to, but many of us haven't. But someone somewhere is probably going to be like, look, Mom, no computer, and have one set up. These, I just saved them because I didn't want them to get burnt. I also got this nice fan, though. 12 volts. This was an AMD 64-bit Athlon 64X2. And then this was a Pentium 4, I believe. Now, these are kind of neat. This one's actually a Memorex Power Center. I think I'm going to put that on my desk, actually. It's really cool. I'm going to take this home and clean it up. This one can get into storage. I got the keyboard with the Gateway 2000. I figured since I have pretty much everything, I have the manuals for the Gateway 2000, I have the monitor, I have the keyboard, I have the mouse. I might as well just go ahead and get it all, because if I'm going to put together a little Windows computer, then that could be pretty fun. Let's do an unboxing of this, the headphones. Oh yeah, and look at these interesting little big heat sinks. Super massive. That's just a normal heat sink, but this one, gosh, it's so cool looking. I'm gonna take that home because that would look cool on the shelf. Man, I'm so glad I came back for this, because this was the box I originally put together, and I put some of the best stuff in it. Flight Simulator 98, A Bridge Too Far. I never played that one. HP Creative Solutions, Super VGA High Resolution. Oh, is that the manual for the other monitor? Dilbert Desktop Games. It's funny, since the guy that made that comic got a bunch of people angry, you don't see Dilbert anymore. Oh, we have a dictaphone. Yes. I think I might pitch these. Those, I don't really need those. Oh, this actually is not a dictaphone. Or is it? AT&T. This is a 2-line telephone answering machine. Huh. Again, this is the kind of thing that somebody will probably want this, and they'll have a video where they'll make it look really cool, having it on their desk, and then everybody will want one, but nobody will be able to know where to get one. Speakerphone on off. So it's a speakerphone phone. Oh, that's interesting. Should I send this to save it for parts? Because that could be a phone thing. That's kind of funny. So whenever he's doing his satellite dish telephone communication, use a speakerphone so we could record it. And then with this, we have a can full of screws that definitely slots in with my hardware stuff. So that's easy. Some of the stuff, like the funnels, I'm going to wash up and set aside because these would be good for paint. So regarding this, I wish to use this, take it out of its housing. Oh. Ooh, that's not good. If it works. Oh, it does. Okay. So I want to take this. I've been looking for a tiny portable TV, CRT TV, that I don't care about. And I want to make a little, really ornate, fake 1930s sci-fi or even old-looking television and use the guts from one of these. So this is going to be perfect for that, because I would like to use fine woodworking on that. This is all coming apart. Yeah, so this is just going to be fodder for a future project. And then we have a Monroe 2125. This is the first thing I picked out of this entire haul. Now it looks a little bit less interesting, but, well, if I made a mistake grabbing this, I can just take the printer out and see if it works, and I can take the display out and see if it works. Ooh, it is dim. Yeah, that is super dim. It's actually brighter on the camera. So this will be, again, food for experiments. Hopefully I can get together a little electronics class and have some kids come over, and they can, people aren't going to be able to have the joy of tearing that stuff apart before long, and it might be good to collect some so they can share in that, because I'm willing to guess a lot of my viewers have fond memories of tearing stuff apart. But now a lot of the stuff, when you tear it apart, it has surface mount components that are so tiny you can't even tell what you're doing. Practical peripherals, drivers and utilities, modem, sound blaster, practical message center. One of these days I'm going to go through several hundred of those floppies and copy everything. Oh, this thing says use only with phone weight adapter, and this says phone weight power supply. Okie dokie. Well, that goes to that. We got ourselves a 120 gigabyte hard drive and a 40 gigabyte hard drive. Now, a lot of people might ask yourself, you might be asking, almost sarcastically, what can you do with a 40 gigabyte hard drive? Well, if you find yourself having a 40 gigabyte hard drive, there's a chance that it might work in a PlayStation 2. And with a PlayStation 2, they're very picky with what hard drive they can accept. But with 40 gigabytes, you can put about 20, maybe more, about maybe 15 to 30 PlayStation 2 ROMs on a hacked PlayStation 2, and even more PlayStation 1 games. So that is why sometimes it's good to save those. And then the 120 gigabyte one, well, I can put some stuff on there that I really don't want to get lost. So they can be a fifth backup. This is kind of funny. I'm going to put this Gateway 2000 GP5 166. Most likely has an Intel Pentium 166 in it. And I'm going to put this on Craigslist because 20 bucks, if you want it, you can have it. Until then, I'll store it, and I'll probably do something with it, but it's kind of funny. Thice is going to be very happy about this. I saved this from the trash. It's a brand new container of canned air. Feels like it's about full up to here, so it may have leaked a little bit in time, but it's good. I saved this from one of the computers. It's a power supply that, despite being made in, I believe, 2007, I think it should actually be okay. So this would be good for small scale testing of anything that uses SATA. I believe it's a 250 watt. Something small like that. You know what I'm thinking? Today was supposed to be my day off. I'm not going to make this video very long because these can go well into other videos. They're just things that I do behind the scenes. I sort the fans into the fan box and things like that. I think maybe the way we wrap up this video is we see if this was power on. Let's find a connector, power connector for that. And then let's turn it on. Got one. The carcasses donate an organ. Oh, I think there's another one over there. Oh well. Plus, it's probably wise to do this outside anyway. Let's turn off the power. Wait for the bells to stop banging. Oh gosh, of course it's noon, so it's going to be all the songs playing. December 1997. Oh, and just to add, this will be in good company because up there is the red one. I forgot I had that AT&T monitor up there as well. All right, time to go. Oh, they threw that in the trash way too hard. It it's safe to say it won't be booting now. Oh yeah, they even broke the side. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's only taking 11 watts. The shutter speed is having such a hard time. Entering setup. Woo. Well, I am so pleased that this works because it's a Gateway 2100, a Gateway 2000 keyboard, Gateway 2000 computer. I don't know, that's just some random mouse actually. So I don't have the mouse, but it probably never came with a random mouse. And yeah, I'm gonna put those inside. I'm gonna put that inside. And I'm gonna take these home. I'm gonna clean them up. And how about, let's see what's on these. Anything interesting? Probably not, it was a realty company. I'll find a place for this later. I need to clean up more. I need to do more videos getting rid of things. And by that, I mean desoldering stuff so I can have the components and then get rid of them. But that computer will probably go down there pretty easily. I just got rid of a big thing that was there. I can get rid of some more. So this is shaping up pretty well. I'm able to slowly get rid of the less interesting stuff and keep the even more interesting stuff. Especially things that have a use. Because like that has a use. And somebody will be needing that. Just like how our Kirby Heritage 2 vacuum cleaner has that. I picked it up at Salvation Army for I think $15, and I said this is going to be my vacuum cleaner going forward. And I didn't have anything to vacuum at the time, but then I got something to vacuum, and Dice really enjoys that. Getting this bag for the other stuff, and yeah. Whenever I cleaned up the workshop, I cleaned it up expecting to get that stuff. So I'm glad I was able to. Also, I'm glad it's not going in the dump or the incinerator as it is out here. Right, I forgot I have to take batteries back home too. Ugh. Glad you could be here. We live here. So, I dropped the bag, so the hard drives may be dead. But brand new bottle of air.
We do need this.
And look at this, Memorex Power Center. That could be useful for my Solar Sunday stuff. Because I'm always switching the power on and off. So yeah. We have this thing in the thermal take SATA adapter. Let's see, any viruses? Oh, right. It helps to plug it in. I totally forgot. Oh. Corel sample music. I just realized my WindorsStat icon went missing on my screen. So let's use WindorsStat and see what we got. This tends to be the quickest way to, oh yeah, this is mostly empty. Yep, that thing is empty. Yeah, it just has software for the realty business that they ran. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do the right thing. Got good old disk part going. List disk 3. Okay, yep, disk 3, 149 gigabytes. Clean. The Crystal Disk Mark information on this is topping out at about 40 megabytes per second. So I'm thinking that's most likely the USB 2.0 or USB, whatever this is, limit, and not so much the drive itself, just the USB connector. So hopefully it'll be a little faster than that though. Let's see, Crystal Disk info with Samsung that's in my computer. Power on hours, 16,000 hours. 678 days. Power on count, 4392. That's the USB drive. That's the USB flash drive. Okay. Power on hours, 1464. Power on count, 599. Not too bad. You know what? Let's see. Oh, look at that. It tracks. We reached 600. That felt good to do. Well, guys, I filmed an entire video of me going home with the hard drives, and the hard drives ended up being empty. They basically just had a basic Windows installation on it and a few Realty programs on it. So that wasn't very fun. And the Memorex power station, I don't really have an immediate use for it. So I figure, how about we'll film a little bit more of the video. And I have the 40 gigabyte IDE drive. That should be good. I have my PlayStation binder with Windows 98 installation files. Let's get this installed. Inside of here, I see it looks like it has 256 megabytes, almost said gigabytes, 256 megabytes of installed memory. And it has a Caviar, Western Digital Caviar drive. I have quite a few of these I could replace with, but for now, 40 gigabytes will be the ticket. Okay, let's see if it boots up. Okay, well, when I turned this thing on, it popped. Okay, so, I guess we're opening this up. This case comes apart very strangely. Piece of solder. Huh? Okay, that makes no sense. I guess that little piece of solder was just sitting around and fried something, but unlucky, I guess. Here's where it popped. So there must have been some connection there. That's weird. Why in the world is this taped on? It's not even taped on. Okay, whatever. Ooh. Oh. It might try to boot into Windows XP. Oh, okay. Oh. Ew. Oh, there's probably NTFS. I bet that probably doesn't know how to read NTFS. Ooh, what was that? Oh, there we go. So I had some issues because it requires a boot disk. And I found just a regular file that has, well, it has tenant information in it and rent data. So that's one that I can definitely blow away. Nobody needs to know that information anymore. But I can do it without the boot disk if I just load the setup program a second time. Okay, so that'll be, oh well, me moving about probably messed with it. Okay, let's see what happens. Dell.com. Was this bought by Dell? That's interesting. Oh. Okay, so you can't do this part. F-disk, is that a thing? I don't like how you can't turn this thing off. That's a bit annoying. Same with the monitor too. Like every time you plug it in, it automatically turns off. It turns on. I forgot that I actually need the boot disk for that Windows 98 CD. So let's do Windows 2000 instead. That I have more compatibility. Okay, so it's not detecting the disk. I thought I'd set the CD-ROM as the boot device. Maybe that was the problem. There we go. I'm a little bit nostalgic for Windows 2000. A Pentium 2 was always my treasure computer that I wanted as a kid. And then before I knew it, Pentium 4s came out. And we had already replaced our Pentium with a Pentium 4 computer. But still, that idea, those first years where I was really into computers, really into modern computers, the spectacle of the Pentium 2 really stood out. And I always look back thinking, like, whatever happened to the Pentium 2? It turns out the Pentium 2 had a very short life, and so it was never really seen. But that's why whenever I got my ThinkPad, I made sure it was a Pentium 2, and I overclocked it quite a bit. Now that that's going, I'm going to clean up all this, because this is just not really presentable. Since I last filmed this video, a lot more things have come into the shop, and I need to get through these because I'm, you know, this is gonna be my healing process of fixing other things. That's what I like to see. Yuck. This is why normally I would just throw away so many mice, honestly, because it's just disgusting. Just as a reminder, most people in the United States still to this day do not wash their hands after they use the restroom. Just a little reminder for you how disgusting people are. But if this was in the apartment, I would not be opening this. I would be throwing this away. Since I'm in the workshop and my hands are dirty, it's okay, but I'm already not going to be touching my face. That's for sure. Much better. What's nice is this thing can go to 85 hertz. But it looks terrible on the camera. Well, guys, let's leave it there. And I say that's pretty good for a garbage day video. And I'm pretty happy with this. This can be my shop computer until I find a Pentium 2 for this. But this will be the bridge computer for the time being. And I can use it to go through floppy disks and save the data. I might even add a B drive to one of them, so I can be saving 2 floppy disks at a time, because I have a stack full of floppy disks full of drivers and such to save. Darn, I can't do 120 hertz. Oh well. Now let's select an image and see if we can print it. Oh, actually I'll need to connect to a printer, I'm sure. Ooh, nice, Laserdisc 6L. I didn't realize that said SCSI on there. So there's the port there. Of course. It's the things you forget. HP Laserdisc 6L. Oh. Oh. I rebooted the computer and now it's working. I actually had to rush over here and grab the camera. Oh. Okay, so rebooting everything fixed the problem. Nice. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you very much for watching. See ya.